At some point, self-improvement stops working, not because effort disappears, but because the structure behind the effort is no longer valid. You can push an unstable system only so far. Eventually, pressure exposes design flaws. What you are experiencing right now is not a lack of motivation. It is not confusion. It is not emotional weakness. It is structural exhaustion. The internal framework you are using to run your life was built for a version of you that no longer exists. And every time you force that outdated framework to carry new responsibilities, it resists. That resistance shows up as delay, as inconsistency, as quiet dissatisfaction that never fully goes away. Rebuilding yourself begins when you stop trying to manage symptoms and start addressing architecture. This is not about mindset. This is about design. A mature understanding of change recognizes one uncomfortable truth. You do not rise to intention. You fall to structure. When life applies pressure, your behavior does not reflect what you want. It reflects what you are built to sustain. And right now, your build is misaligned with the demands of your life. This is not failure. It is feedback. Most people ignore this feedback because rebuilding requires something rare. Honest disengagement from the past self. Not nostalgia, not resentment, disengagement. You cannot rebuild while emotionally protecting the identity that created the current limitations. That identity had value. It carried you through earlier phases. It solved earlier problems. It is not defective. It is obsolete. Maturity means knowing when a system has completed its function. Rebuilding yourself does not mean becoming someone new. It means becoming structurally appropriate. Appropriate for your current capacity. Appropriate for your current responsibility. Appropriate for the future you are already approaching. This is where most people sabotage themselves. They try to evolve emotionally without restructuring behavior. They try to feel confident without changing decision mechanics. Confidence does not come from reassurance. It comes from predictability. A rebuilt person is predictable to themselves. Their actions align with their decisions without daily negotiation. Negotiation is the sign of weak authority. And weak internal authority creates mental noise. Noise is exhausting. Clarity is stabilizing. Right now, your mental fatigue is not coming from effort. It is coming from constant internal debate. Every day, you renegotiate boundaries. You reconsider standards. You reopen decisions that should be settled. Rebuilding yourself means ending that debate permanently. You establish internal authority the same way functional systems do. Clear rules, consistent enforcement, no emotional exceptions. This is not rigidity. This is reliability. A mature mind values reliability over emotional freedom. Emotional freedom without structure creates chaos. Structure without emotion creates stability. Stability is the prerequisite for growth. Rebuilding yourself also requires a serious re-evaluation of tolerance. What you tolerate trains your nervous system. What you allow becomes normalized. Tolerance is not neutral. It is instructional. If you tolerate distraction, your focus degrades. If you tolerate inconsistency, your standards erode. If you tolerate emotional leakage, your energy fragments. Rebuilding means tightening tolerance thresholds, not harshly, deliberately. A rebuilt person is selective, not restrictive. They do not eliminate life. They eliminate friction. This is why rebuilding often feels quiet. There is no announcement, no external validation, no dramatic turning point, just internal realignment. Realignment is uncomfortable because it removes emotional cushioning. You feel exposed to responsibility. That exposure is necessary. Responsibility clarifies priorities. A rebuilt person no longer confuses intensity with progress. Intensity spikes. Structure compounds. Compounding is invisible at first but undeniable over time. This is why rebuilding requires patience, not waiting. Precision. Precision means fewer actions executed with consistency. Consistency rewires identity. Identity follows behavior, not intention. If you want to rebuild identity, you rebuild behavior architecture, not motivation cycles, not emotional resets. Architecture. At this stage, you stop asking how to feel more confident. You ask how to make confidence inevitable. Inevitability comes from systems that operate regardless of mood. Mood is variable. Structure is fixed. A rebuilt person builds around variables, not inside them. This is where rebuilding becomes irreversible. Because once structure replaces emotion as the driver of action, relapse becomes inconvenient, not impossible. Inconvenient. Inconvenience protects progress. You are not rebuilding because life is broken. You are rebuilding because life has outgrown your current framework. That is not a crisis. That is evolution. Rebuilding begins when you accept that evolution requires demolition, and demolition must be controlled, not emotional. Discipline is misunderstood. Most people think discipline is effort. It is not. Discipline is obedience to self. You follow rules you set. You honor decisions you make. That is discipline, not motivation, not emotional highs. If you cannot trust yourself, no habit, no system, no external force will hold. Internal authority is the core of rebuilding. Without it, behavior collapses. Ask yourself, how many times do you debate with yourself daily? How many small decisions do you renegotiate? Those debates are energy leaks. They reduce self-trust. They fragment attention. A rebuilt person makes decisions once. Decisions that are non-negotiable. Decisions that are respected daily. Rebuilding discipline is a structural task. It is not a daily inspiration. It is a long-term enforcement of rules. Rules are selective, not arbitrary, not numerous. Few rules, executed consistently. No exceptions. Consistency builds identity. Identity builds authority. Authority maintains discipline. Without authority, small challenges become crises. Small distractions consume enormous energy. Small inconsistencies compound into weakness. At this stage of rebuilding, you stop negotiating with internal voices. You stop debating. You stop delaying. You decide. You execute. Daily. Without exception. Reliability becomes your new benchmark. Not emotional highs. Not temporary motivation. Discipline feels uncomfortable at first, because you are obeying logic, not feelings. Internal authority allows this discomfort to exist without causing collapse. If your internal authority is weak, every small deviation triggers stress. Every missed target triggers guilt. Every delayed action triggers self-criticism. A rebuilt person neutralizes this cycle. No guilt, no panic, no debate. Instead, they observe. They adjust. They return to the structure. Structure replaces emotion as the operating system. Emotion is variable. Structure is constant. At this stage, impatience becomes the enemy. Not boredom, not discomfort. Impatience leads to shortcuts. Shortcuts weaken the system. Weak systems collapse. You will notice something crucial. Small actions enforced consistently outperform bursts of intensity every time. Consistency rewires neural pathways. It rebuilds identity. It creates predictability within yourself. Predictability is the anchor of authority. Authority is the foundation of discipline. You also stop seeking external permission. Rebuilding is independent. External voices are irrelevant. You no longer need approval to execute your standards. Execution becomes internal obligation. Habits are no longer temporary experiments. They are structural pillars of your rebuilt self. Rebuilding is selective. You cannot fix everything at once. You focus on high-impact behaviors. Behaviors that support energy, focus, and progress. The rest is eliminated, not ignored emotionally, removed structurally. A rebuilt person designs their life so that discipline is inevitable, not a daily battle. Environment plays a key role. Your surroundings are either allies or saboteurs. Noise, distractions, and weak standards amplify internal conflict. A rebuilt life creates boundaries around energy, attention, and time. These boundaries are non-negotiable. Internal authority extends to emotion, not control in a childish sense, control in a structural, adult sense. You no longer allow emotional spikes to dictate decisions. You respond based on rules and standards. The rebuilt self sees emotional turbulence as informational, not directive. It signals adjustment, not reaction. At this stage, Focus is recalibrated. Discipline is aligned. Execution is predictable. You also understand that speed is irrelevant. Progress is measured by consistency, not urgency. Consistency compounds. Consistency builds trust with yourself. Trust builds authority. Authority sustains discipline. A rebuilt person values structure over comfort. Comfort is temporary. Structure is permanent. They do not seek inspiration daily. They create alignment. Alignment is stronger than motivation. Authority allows selective action, not reactive action, not impulsive action. This stage of rebuilding is often quiet and invisible. No one notices the internal work. No one applauds consistency. No one acknowledges delayed gratification. But internal authority makes external chaos irrelevant. It protects progress. A rebuilt life is disciplined because it is aligned structurally, not because it feels emotionally strong. And emotional clarity comes after structural clarity, never before. Weak authority invites failure. Strong authority guarantees survival of your structure. At this stage, shortcuts are invisible to you. You execute daily standards quietly, without debating value or difficulty. Authority is not loud. It is consistent. It is uncompromising. Small daily victories compound into unshakable reliability. Reliability becomes internal trust. Internal trust is unconscious discipline. You follow through without thinking. A rebuilt self does not chase excitement. It builds systems. Systems produce results predictably. Rebuilding internal authority and discipline is structural work, not emotional work. Emotions follow systems, not the other way around. Rebuilding yourself reaches a new dimension when internal authority exists and discipline has been re-established. Discipline alone is insufficient. Obedience to self is necessary but not enough. The next layer is self-respect. Respect that does not depend on others' recognition. Respect that holds even under pressure. Most people confuse self-respect with ego. Ego reacts. Ego demands. Ego criticizes. Self-respect is structural. It creates leverage in interactions. It sets the tone for how the world engages with you. It dictates what you will and will not allow in your mental and physical space. Boundaries are the natural expression of self-respect. They are not tools of restriction. They are instruments of control over personal energy, focus, and long-term results. A rebuilt person understands limits. Limits are intrinsic. They do not shift according to others' whims. They enforce predictability in every interaction. They make indecision impossible. Emotional control emerges from clarity. It is not the absence of feeling. It is the ability to respond with intention. It is the capacity to observe reactions, understand them, and act deliberately. You cannot govern events. You can govern your interpretation and action. This ability separates reactive individuals from rebuilt ones. It creates internal calm without surrendering energy or direction. Many fail because they confuse emotional expression with strategic response. Emotions are data, not directives. They inform decisions but do not dictate them. Every signal is analyzed structurally, without compromise. A rebuilt individual observes emotional signals, without allowing them to dictate behavior. Decisions remain deliberate, not habitual. Every pause, every moment of reflection reinforces authority. Authority, clarity, and focus create a predictable internal environment. They reduce wasted energy. They prevent unnecessary mental friction. They build a foundation for advanced decision-making. Predictable behavior shields attention. Predictable energy prevents burnout. Predictable execution maintains progress. It ensures that actions are intentional, outcomes are aligned, and priorities are respected consistently. Rebuilding emotional control requires total honesty with oneself. Not excuses, not rationalization, not temporary fixes. Every moment is assessed for accuracy and alignment with structural goals. Identify exactly where influence attempts to compromise your equilibrium. Use awareness as a tool to guide action, not justify delay. This is the distinction between temporary adjustment and permanent structural improvement. Triggers are constant. Your response is your own. Sovereignty lies in choosing methodical action over reflex. Every trigger becomes an opportunity to exercise authority, not a moment to react unconsciously. A rebuilt person lets structure guide choices, allowing emotion to inform but never command. They integrate observation, evaluation, and deliberate execution into every interaction. Self-respect is measured by the consistency of decisions, not by occasional assertiveness. It is the accumulation of choices made correctly over time. It is the sum of habitual control in daily life. Authority, focus, and clarity merge to form a reliable inner compass. This compass directs action regardless of external chaos. It allows the individual to navigate challenges without external guidance or validation. Emotional mastery is not detachment. It is intentional engagement. It is executing the correct response without being hijacked by impulse or distraction. It is a permanent operating system, not a temporary fix. Many fail because they react to every minor fluctuation. A rebuilt self waits, observes, and acts with precision. Every pause is a rehearsal of control, every reflection a reinforcement of authority. Every action is intentional. Every choice strengthens identity. Every response reinforces internal consistency. The cumulative effect is exponential. Reliability becomes instinct. Instinct becomes trust in self. Energy is preserved. Focus is amplified. Decision-making becomes second nature. The individual becomes immune to distractions that previously eroded attention. Boundaries are active operational protocols. They determine where attention is invested, which interactions are permitted, and which engagements are declined strategically. Every boundary reinforces identity and protects energy. External events no longer destabilize internal state. Reaction is optional. Response is deliberate. Control is internalized. Chaos remains external, irrelevant to operational flow. The rebuilt individual resists justification. They do not negotiate standards. They maintain consistency with principle. Every deviation is corrected immediately, not rationalized. Silence becomes powerful. No explanation, no external validation, no reaction without purpose. Observation precedes action. Analysis precedes execution. This is the stage where discipline, focus, and emotional clarity converge into unshakable self-mastery. A rebuilt self moves silently, observes deliberately, and executes consistently. This is the operational definition of mature rebuilding. Reinvention begins where excuses end. No justification, no hesitation, no delay. The person ready to rebuild does not wait for permission. They do not seek affirmation. Action is immediate, precise, and deliberate. The mind is a tool, not a master. Clarity is forged through deliberate choices, not random impulses. To rebuild, you must first dismantle illusions. Illusions of comfort, illusions of certainty, illusions that success or change is external. Reality does not negotiate. It does not yield to fear or hesitation. It responds to preparation, persistence, and authority. A rebuilt self does not crave attention. It does not seek validation. It cultivates internal alignment. Every action is congruent with long-term vision. Distraction is the enemy. Focus is the weapon. Consistency is the shield. Every habit must be intentional. Every routine must reinforce growth. Every interaction must preserve energy. The rebuilt individual does not operate emotionally. They operate strategically. Feelings are observed, analyzed, and integrated. They inform decisions without dictating them. Boundaries are structural, not reactive. They preserve attention. They enforce identity. They ensure energy is directed toward meaningful outcomes. The first step in reinvention is self-awareness. Know your tendencies, your weaknesses, your triggers. Observe without judgment. Correct without hesitation. Self-mastery emerges when observation becomes discipline. Every misstep is a lesson. Every setback is a signal. Every challenge is a chance to recalibrate. The rebuilt self anticipates difficulty, not with fear, but with preparation. Structure replaces reaction. Strategy replaces improvisation. Time is non-negotiable. Every minute wasted weakens identity. Every deliberate action strengthens it. Energy is finite. Focus preserves it. Boundaries concentrate it. Strategy directs it. The art of reinvention requires patience, not the passive waiting of hope, but the active patience of repeated correct action, moment after moment. Habits compound invisibly. They shape perception, influence behavior, and determine results. One consistent action outweighs 1,000 bursts of inconsistency. A rebuilt self does not measure progress daily. They measure alignment. They measure consistency. They measure integrity of execution. Pressure reveals strength. Stress exposes weakness. The rebuilt self observes both without distraction. They respond deliberately, never reactively. Every decision is a reflection of values. Every action communicates intention. Every pause reinforces control. Reinvention is not dramatic. It is silent, precise, and inevitable. It occurs in controlled environments, with predictable execution and disciplined oversight. The rebuilt individual does not engage in petty conflict. They do not expend energy on trivialities. Their focus is calibrated toward meaningful impact, toward structural outcomes, toward mastery. Emotion is acknowledged, not indulged. Reason guides action. Strategy dictates engagement. Execution remains consistent, regardless of distraction. Observation precedes action. Analysis precedes engagement. Execution follows intention. This sequence is non-negotiable. Self-mastery is a system. It is not occasional effort. It is continuous, deliberate, and reinforced daily. Reinvention requires courage, not the fleeting courage of enthusiasm, but the enduring courage to face discomfort, to endure challenges without compromise. Identity is rebuilt through action, not reflection, not analysis, not emotion. Action defines character, reinforces purpose, and establishes authority. The rebuilt self designs their environment strategically. Energy-draining influences are eliminated. Focus-enhancing conditions are cultivated. Control over surroundings translates into control over self. The mind is disciplined. The body is optimized. The day is structured. Every element serves the process of mastery. Decision-making becomes automatic in alignment with principle. Actions are predetermined by values, not impulses. The system governs performance, not luck or chance. Every interaction is measured. Every engagement is purposeful. Every commitment is deliberate. Every pause is intentional, reinforcing self-discipline and clarity. Reinvention does not require approval. It does not require recognition. It thrives silently, producing results over time, without noise or distraction. The rebuilt self anticipates challenges and prepares solutions in advance. They neutralize predictable risks. They optimize variables within their control. Chaos outside is irrelevant to internal operation. True power begins with uncompromising focus. Every thought, every action, every decision must serve purpose. Distractions exist, yet a masterful mind does not flinch. Attention is allocated with precision. Energy is invested where it produces results. Personal sovereignty is earned through behavior, not announcement. Consistency, integrity, and deliberate execution establish authority. Control begins internally. External turbulence does not dictate performance, clarity, or direction. Internal systems govern response, reaction, and energy management. Boundaries are dynamic frameworks. They preserve operational integrity. Every interaction is measured, every engagement deliberate. Focus is a non-negotiable resource. Scattered attention yields minimal progress. Concentrated attention produces momentum that is nearly unstoppable. Habits are the architecture of mastery. Each repeated action is a building block. Each choice a reinforcement. Each reflection a calibration of purpose. Observation is the first principle of mastery. Observe tendencies, observe environment, observe outcome. Every observation transforms into calculated action. Emotions are acknowledged, not indulged. They inform decisions without dictating them. Impulse is recognized and strategically redirected toward results. The rebuilt self anticipates obstacles. Risk is calculated. Solutions are prepared. Distractions are neutralized before they manifest. Energy is invested with deliberation. Every engagement preserves focus. Every action reinforces long-term objectives. Time is a critical resource. Every wasted moment diminishes authority. Every disciplined action compounds influence, control, and mastery. Sovereignty manifests through outcomes. Efficiency, calm under pressure, and silent execution communicate authority without words. Resilience is built in real time. Challenges are encountered, studied, and integrated as lessons. Adversity sharpens judgment and confirms capacity. Every choice strengthens identity. Every refusal protects focus. Every commitment amplifies capability. The system of self-mastery is cumulative and unstoppable. The rebuilt self does not react to every fluctuation. Actions are deliberate. Reflections correct deviations instantly. Consistency shapes instinct. Boundaries are not restrictive. They are protective structures for energy, focus, and autonomy. They maintain alignment with principles and values. External chaos does not penetrate internal control. Influence is managed. Distractions are neutralized. Clarity and energy remain preserved. Observation, analysis, and execution form a seamless operational cycle. Insights inform strategy. Strategy directs action. Action reinforces principle. The mind is disciplined. The body is optimized for performance. Time is structured. Environment is organized to support mastery. Consistency is a weapon. Precision is the shield. Intentionality is the compass. Autonomy is the product. Engagements are selective. Every interaction serves purpose. Every commitment strengthens identity. Every pause reinforces focus and clarity. Challenges are calibration points, not interruptions. They test structure, strategy, and patience. Each challenge refines execution and confirms autonomy. Energy is directed toward creation, mastery, and measurable impact. Trivialities are ignored. Resources are invested only where growth is guaranteed. Strategy guides all decisions. Reflection precedes action. Execution follows preparation. Every step is deliberate. Authority is maintained quietly. Influence is managed with awareness. Every choice is deliberate. Every action measured. Energy is preserved for meaningful outcomes. Self-mastery is continuous. It demands patience, focus, and enduring courage. Each moment reinforces alignment with principle. The rebuilt self is relentless yet composed. Decisions are aligned with values. Actions are executed with precision. Focus is unwavering. Energy is concentrated. Mind is disciplined. Sovereignty is claimed in silence. Mastery is proven in action. Focus becomes the unshakable foundation of a life fully commanded. Transformation reaches its pinnacle when hesitation disappears entirely. Every thought, every movement, every decision is executed with absolute intent. The individual who commands mastery operates without compromise. Mind, body, and environment function as a seamless system. Every action reinforces autonomy. Every choice is aligned with clarity and purpose. Distractions no longer fragment attention. Focus is concentrated, deliberate, and unyielding. Energy is directed toward measurable growth and meaningful outcomes. Sovereignty is earned through execution, not announcement. Consistency, precision, and strategic action demonstrate authority silently. Internal systems govern responses. External chaos is irrelevant. Preparation precedes challenge. Action follows insight. Habits solidify identity. Every repeated action strengthens internal structures. Each reflection converts experience into strategic advantage. Emotions are observed and processed strategically. They serve as information, not instruction. Every impulse is redirected toward deliberate results. The final phase of rebuilding is not about impressing others. It is about confirming alignment with principle, vision, and personal power. Validation comes from internal consistency alone. Decision-making becomes instinctive yet remains intentional. Every step reinforces autonomy. Every pause preserves focus. Every choice advances mastery. Time is fully owned. Energy is precisely allocated. Every engagement has purpose. Every commitment reinforces alignment with values. Challenges are neutralized proactively. Obstacles are converted into learning points and calibration tools. Pressure becomes a refining mechanism rather than a threat. Boundaries are structural. They preserve energy, prevent compromise, and maintain focus. They are not reactive. They are deliberate frameworks guiding action. Sovereignty manifests through results, not words. Authority is evident in performance, efficiency, and composure under pressure. Strategy is operational, not theoretical. Plans are actionable. Execution is immediate, precise, and relentless. Reflection informs optimization without delay. Mastery is cumulative. Daily action compounds over time. Discipline, clarity, and focus align to create unshakable systems of self-governance. The rebuilt self engages selectively. Trivial distractions are ignored. Energy is devoted only to outcomes that reinforce autonomy and growth. Observation informs strategy. Analysis guides execution. Action is deliberate. Every moment is a reinforcement of control and mastery. Resilience is structural. Challenges are integrated as tools for strengthening internal systems. Every test consolidates focus and confirms authority. Preparation, execution, and reflection form a continuous loop. Obstacles become opportunities. Complexity is navigated with composure, logic, and foresight. Attention is non-negotiable. Focus is unwavering. Every resource, every decision, every effort is applied with purpose. External influence cannot destabilize internal systems. Sovereignty is maintained through structure, clarity, and precise execution. The final self operates with quiet authority. Every interaction is intentional. Every action reinforces identity. Every pause strengthens discipline. Mastery is visible in outcomes. Consistency demonstrates power. Precision communicates authority. Silence carries weight. Time, energy, and focus converge into a seamless system of control. The environment supports execution. Distractions are neutralized. Performance becomes predictable, reliable, and strategic. No obstacle can derail focus. No challenge can compromise execution. Sovereignty is complete. Authority is absolute. Mastery is realized. Every day is a deliberate construction. No moment passes without contribution to strength, clarity, and autonomy. The rebuilt self sees opportunity where others see limitation. Every setback is a mechanism for recalibration. Every difficulty is a tool for refinement, and every challenge becomes a test of resolve. Energy is optimized in layers. Mental energy, physical energy, and emotional energy are aligned and channeled toward consistent execution. Waste is removed, and focus is absolute. Strategy extends beyond the obvious. Every decision is mapped with foresight. Every action is designed to compound advantage and reduce friction. Self-mastery is holistic. It touches thought, emotion, movement, and environment simultaneously. The individual orchestrates every dimension with precision. Ambiguity is not feared. It is observed, analyzed, and transformed into actionable clarity. Every unknown becomes a calculated opportunity. Isolation is embraced for refinement. Solitude is where insight deepens, structure strengthens, and alignment solidifies. It is not loneliness, it is control. Focus becomes an unbreakable muscle. Discipline is the operational framework. Every habit, every reflection, every action contributes to a single trajectory. Mastery. Every external variable is neutralized. The individual does not react to unnecessary noise. Influence is intentional, selective, and fully controlled. Resilience is tested continuously. The rebuilt self converts pressure into progress. Every difficulty confirms internal structure and reinforces competence. Execution is immediate, precise, and measurable. Reflection is constant but does not delay performance. Adjustment is strategic and deliberate. Every interaction communicates purpose. Every engagement reinforces identity. Every commitment is intentional. Every pause strengthens internal authority. Achievement is inevitable when energy, focus, and action converge. Every layer of life aligns systematically with principle and intention. The individual becomes unstoppable, fully self-governed, and unshakable. Habits compound into permanent structures. Daily routines enforce alignment. Repeated execution solidifies mastery. Chaos exists outside, but internal systems remain impermeable. Decisions, actions, and reflections form a perpetual cycle of refinement. Every challenge is transformed into opportunity. Every obstacle reinforces autonomy. Every moment reinforces sovereignty. The rebuilt self operates as a living system of mastery. Precision, discipline, focus, and energy converge seamlessly. Execution becomes instinctive but remains intentional. You are no longer defined by distraction, doubt, or circumstance. You are defined by clarity, focus, and unshakable authority. Every choice is deliberate. Every action reinforces mastery. Life itself now operates within the parameters of your command. Sovereignty, discipline, and total alignment are your reality, and nothing outside can alter it.